Hey, when was the last time that you got something in the mail that wasn't a bill and actually made you stop, smile, and feel appreciated? So, sending thank you cards has been something that has really been a game changer for me for many, many years. And it started a number of years ago. I'll go into that story in a minute, but what I really want to talk about is how the impact of this can have not only on your personal life, but on your business life and even in casual encounters. So, I really wanted to talk about that, and I thought, man, I'm going to really get into that a little bit today. So, I appreciate that you will take the time. Welcome back to my channel. My name's Dan from Michigan, and I guess this all started back a number of years. I'm guessing it was about 1985, so it's been about 40 years that I started doing this. And I worked for a company at the time was called Independent Carpets, Independent Floor Covering in Westland, Michigan. And actually, my aunt owned the store. And when I went into the sales part of it, I started out doing other things, but then I started going to sales as well. And she required everybody to send a thank you card to every customer that we sold. And we always had their name and their address, so that was easy to do. But not only that, but she supplied the cards and the postage, and every month was a different card. So it was really cool. You'd have a card for January, Happy New Year and thank you, February. And so each card was different. And we had a little spot in there to put our business card as well. And we would write handwritten cards to those customers. Now, I only worked there for a couple years, but when I left, the person who took my place, and I knew who that was ahead of time, was able to continue using that list of business of customers that I had. And she had told me a couple of years later, that was something that's really changed her business. And so I kind of kept it going from there. I'm trying to think of the name of the guy. He was a guy that wrote a book. What the heck was that name of his book? I think it was Bob Burg. He wrote a book called The Go-Giver. It's one of the first books that he wrote. He's got several books on that, if I remember correctly. But he talks in there about a gentleman named Joe Girard, who was actually from the Detroit area, worked for Marola Chevrolet, and he built his entire career on the fact that he sent a handwritten card. It was just one of the things he did, but one of the major things that he did was he sent a handwritten card, thank you card, to every customer that he sold a car to. And he's actually in the Guinness Book of World Records as still having the most car sales as a car salesman. And it's kind of in the time when there was more cars sold, whereas today there's more leases. But back then he was just selling cars like crazy, and he attributed that to his sending the cards to people, along with a couple other things. Probably could read his book, World's Greatest Salesman, I think it is, by Joe Girard, Girard. But Bob Burg, B-U-R-G, I loved his philosophy about sending cards to people anytime, okay, for everything and for just little things and doing it right away. So the fact that Fran Francavilla was my boss's name over in Westland. She had us send those cards out, and it really created a great environment for those customers returning. The fact that we sent them cards every single month was even huge. So I kept doing that in a lot of areas, whether I was meeting somebody new, that I could get their address and send them something, or going to a business that I might have been trying to do business with and sending them a card. And then along came a company called Send Out Cards. And it's been a number of years now. They've been in business for quite a while. It's a multi-level marketing company, but I didn't care about that. What I cared about is that I was able to start sending cards, even though they weren't handwritten. They kind of were. You can create your own handwriting in them. But the cool thing about it is that you could take a picture. And so let's say I went to a business owner and I took a picture of his business as I left. Maybe I hadn't even done any business with him then, but I took a picture of his business and uploaded it onto a card in Send Out Cards. Then I could put a message inside of there. And then on the back, I would have a picture of myself with my business logo and information, and it would send a card to that person. So immediately from the time I left there, I could do that right on my phone, send that out to them, and they would have that card in a very short period of time, within a few days. And guess what? They're going to remember me. So I remember a time, and this didn't even have anything to do with a business owner, but it was somebody I dealt with. I had Blue Cross insurance, and I'd had an issue at this time that I needed to get corrected. And I was able to speak with a lady at Blue Cross about this. And she was so helpful. You don't always get that kind of help, but she was so helpful in getting that situation taken care of for me. And I found out her name and then the address where I could send it. And I sent her a send out card with my picture on it and thank you for helping me out, and sent directly to her. Well, lo and behold, I think it was like 2 years later, I called for another issue I had with the insurance, and this lady answers the phone. Unbeknownst to me, it was the same person that I had talked to 2 years ago. And I said my name and I said I had some issue. And she goes, I know who you are. And I'm like, you do? She goes, you sent me a card after I helped you a couple years ago. I'm looking at it right now. It's sitting here on my desk. You're the only person that ever sent me a thank you card for anything I've ever done through this company. So how can I help you? So what does it do? I mean, you got to really think about that. Just recently, my sister, her son, who is an adult now, decided to become Catholic. And he had a baptism and a confirmation on Easter, or Easter Vigil. And so I wasn't able to attend it because it was so late at night, it was way beyond my time. What did I do? I saw that she posted a couple video or pictures on Facebook of the event with her and her son and her husband, and then with the rest of the family. And so I took a couple pictures of that, put one on the front, one on the back, and a note inside, and sent that out to her, and I know she'll cherish it. My girlfriend and I, whenever we go somewhere special and do something different, I will always make a card and send her one and send one to myself as well. Or if she's doing something with a friend of hers and she's posted pictures or sent me a picture of it, I will send her a card on that. And she's got a whole box of all these cards that are sent. So whether it be in a relationship, it shows like, an intentional effort, right? You actually took the time to make the card. Even though it's not handwriting that card, I'm taking the time to upload the pictures, put the writing in there, send the card to them. And it really has an emotional impact. People remember that. I remember a friend of mine, we had gone on a big hiking trip and sent him a couple cards. Another cousin of mine, I hadn't seen her really. I had only seen them very, very rarely, But I saw that she was having a birthday, and so she had put some nice pictures on Facebook about that as well with my cousin, her husband. And I sent that to her and another friend in Oregon. And they were so happy with it. It was just really amazing. When people have new babies, I've sent them pictures of that they've posted and sent them a card. Yeah, they've got that stuff online. They can look at it anytime. But I can tell you that I can't tell you how many times I've gone into people's homes where I've seen that card up on the refrigerator because I sent that to them, and it might have been a long time ago, okay? We had a family reunion, and I sent uh, pictures that we took at the family reunion to people so that they could have a memory of that. And it allows you to put, that's one thing about send out cards. Now, sometimes I still send a note. I send a card. And kind of what got me thinking about this to make, I was doing a special event with a bunch of college students just yesterday. And at the end of the event, they gave me a card thanking me for helping them with it. And they had all signed it. And to me, that was special, but it also reminded me, hey, this is something I've been meaning to talk about. So here I am talking about it. It differentiates you also, you know. Nobody does it. I started out this video saying about when's the last time you got something in the bill besides, that could make you smile and, just have memories and think fondly of the person that sent it to you. So it really differentiates you from other people. And it creates a deeper connection as well, right? So, these kids, I didn't know any of them. I was just helping out with the event. And, they took the time to do that during the event and gave me the card right at the end, okay? Makes you seem very authentic. If you're using it for business, trust me, none of your business owners are getting cards from anybody, even if they didn't do business with you that time, or they still don't do business with you right then. Just think about it. It's something you can remind them of. Now, what about customers that are regular customers? When I was selling life insurance, I used to send a card every month because of the example I had from my aunt, every month to those customers that had bought life insurance from me. And it reminded them so that when I called them later, they didn't have a question as to who I was or anything. They always had my information where they could get in touch with me anytime because it was on the card. And so every card I'd send them, Happy New Year, Happy Valentine's Day, spring's almost here, uh, you know, St. Patty's Day, 4th of July, just something new every time. And I actually, with the send out cards, which is really nice, as a business owner, you can kind of automate that and you can set that up where they can send those cards on a regular basis. And then every now and then, you still make sure you send something personal or make a follow-up call, and they are not going to forget you. Real estate people use this a lot, and they should. So should insurance people or anybody that deals with the public that wants to have that consistent business to know they can add something on, change something later, give them a better upgrade. Just say hi. All of these things are not going to forget who you are. Selling cars, okay? Joe Girard did that. I've told people to do that. Some companies actually do that kind of thing, but most don't. They just don't. So, do you want to increase your business? Increase your people remembering you so that when you call them, they're like, who's this? No, they don't. No. Hey, Dan, got your card. Thank you very much. And it can also repair relationships, right? Or even elevate them. So, if you're having a difficulty with somebody and you send them something special with a note, those type things might be a handwritten note is probably the best. But if you see that they had done something special or something special with their family, then you send them that card and maybe that can help repair something, maybe not. But it definitely can elevate a relationship with someone by sending those to you. So I think I talked long enough about this. I just hope that you'll think about this as something that you can use not only in your business life, but definitely in your personal life. I mean, we come across people every day. And by the way, these cards are not really cheap. You can, they are really cheap. You can send these um, for, I think it's like $4. And it's a beautiful card. I mean, the shine, the pictures are beautiful. The cards come already in a nice envelope with the stamp on it, sent to them. That's including everything. So I used to subscribe to like packages they had, and you could do that if you're a business person. But as an individual, I just go into my app. I can do it right from my phone. It's the easiest to do it right from there. Send it to them right away. And you can send different sizes. I'm looking at one right now. I saw just a beautiful picture of my girlfriend that I really liked. And so I sent myself a picture of that in an 8x10 so I could put it in a frame. By the way, that's another thing. I know I'm advertising here for this company that I don't have any real dollar cents in, but you can put them in a 5x7. All the cards come 5x7. Some of them 8x10. You can get even a bigger one. I can't remember the huge card that they have. But it's nice, and it's in a 5x7. People put it in a frame. They'll keep it. I promise you, okay? Anyway, have a phenomenal day. Please like this video. If you know somebody that could increase their business, increase their relationships, send them, share this with them. And if you'll comment, if you've had any success with this type of thing as well, I'd love to hear about it. So have a phenomenal day. Dan from Michigan.